Hello everyone, Treecks here with the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3-heart challenge. We're at part 20 something. I forgot the count already. Anyway, this room is kill all enemies. Once again we can use this switch to open up a fire pit technically, and we can walk around the room to lure these Anubises, because that's what they're called, in, because as you can see they move around with us. The closer we come, closer they come. Moving left and right will also trigger them. But this puzzle I'm going to choose, you can easily use your fire arrows or dinge fire on them. Way easier. Just this BMOS requires a different strategy. Simple bomb. And he's gone. Puzzle complete. Right, oh yeah, this is a fun little puzzle. Actually has multiple solutions. I think this is the most fun one to do. As you can see, there's a blue switch here which opens this door. However, there's nothing to put on except these armos, so we need to lure them onto this blue switch. Using a Deku Nut will trigger them all at once, making them step on it. Always thought it was hilarious. There's two chests here hidden. They're invisible, but they're both recovery hearts, so they're a waste for me now. So I'll not bother picking them up. Anyway, mini boss number 2 in this dungeon, or technically still number 1, because it's the same one we faced earlier. Only this time we have a big Goron sword, making this guy a joke. He's never a real joke because he can still kill us in one hit. Remember, he does 3 hearts of damage if he hits you. But with the big Goron sword he takes only 3 hits himself. Alright, dungeon item number 2. Yes, this dungeon has 2 dungeon items. The silver gauntlet wasn't the only one. And it's another upgrade. It's a level 3 shield, the mirror shield. Even more powerful. This can even reflect energy attacks, which the Hylian shield could not. A better shield, so keep it on forever. This is an always superior to the Hylian shield. It has the same powers, plus more, because it can reflect more attacks than the Hylian shield. It's uneatable by likes, because this is a unique shield. You cannot buy this anywhere else. So the game is programmed that even if you are captured by likes, the shield will not be eaten. So that's another plus. And it's also used for reflecting light, which will involve every single puzzle yet to do in this dungeon. Every puzzle we have still left here will revolve in light reflection. First one being the easiest, obviously, just bundle of light and sun switch. As you can see, it speaks for itself. Okay, with the key we can go to this room. Alright, BMOS. By BMOS. You're going to become very annoying. Right. Another puzzle we can cheese. This game is very cheesable. Normally you are supposed to climb this wall and be careful of when you start going up, because as you can see these walls move and they move into spikes. I'm too lazy for that. This is a hook-shottable wall. Puzzle done. Next room. Another of these... Oh, I'm not standing on it. Another one of these Triforce symbols, indicating to play the song of the royal family. Zelda's lullaby. Opening the door. Right. Oh, we haven't seen these guys in a while. Let's get rid of these first, before they start killing us. Anyway, there's where our boss key is. However, it's covered in flames. The switch to undo the flames is on top. How to get there? There's not an invisible platform over there. There is, however, another switch hidden in the room. And it's behind this door. You can bump the door and easily shoot an arrow in the switch, or you can just make the door go down, and before it gets up, we shoot the switch then. I could use bombs, it's easier technically, but I did not have my bombs out. Nor do I want them to be out, because I don't really need them. This will give us the boss key. Now we just need to find the boss door, because we haven't seen that yet. We have all the means of clearing the dungeon. Hit the switch to open the door. There's nothing else we can do in this room just yet. There's a sun switch over there which will trigger a chest containing bombs. Let's get rid of the enemies first. A couple of light bubbles and a Lizalfos. There's another Lizalfos, but it's in the room over here. The whole reason the game gives you bombs. I said I don't need bombs, and of course I do. Why don't I remember this? And there's another light reflecting statue. Go away. Lizalfos used to be mini bosses, now they're just regular enemies. Like Zelda's do more often in late game, making normal enemies out of early mini bosses. Yeah, you go away. All the pots are out to kill me. Alright, we need this sun switch. That's where the light reflecting statues were for, to get the light bundle in this room. Hitting the switch will trigger this, making us go down to the main room. Only this time we have a bundle of light with us, which we can use. If you look at the map closely, you can see the dungeon boss is in that direction, and it's actually behind the face of the Gerudo statue. It's an hookshotable grate. And Spirit Temple done! But first, cutscene. Oh ho ho, looks like someone is here, Kume. Hehehe, looks like it, Kotake. What's with these Japanese names? What an outrageous fellow he is, to introduce so boldly into our temple. Intrude so boldly into our temple, ho ho ho. We should teach this outrageous fellow a lesson, hehehe. Oh, loyal minion. Destroy this intruder on our behalf. Yep, obviously these witches are going to be the final boss of this dungeon. However, we get another Iron Knuckle fight first. This one is a little more powerful than the ones we faced earlier. However, it works the same. Going to play this safely. Lure out an attack, jump in, and head back out. Jump in, head back out. And all the jump attacks doing double damage every time. Getting rid of this mini boss easily and quickly. However, it was not a normal Iron Knuckle. Here we find Naboru, which we lost track of 7 years ago. Where am I? Well, well, looks like she's back to normal, Kume. She's just a little girl, but she commands a lot of respect among the Gerudo, Kotake. Maybe we should make her work for the Great Ganondorf for a little while longer. Ho ho ho! Then we should brainwash her again. Hee hee hee. And she's gone again. However, this time these witches do not have far to run. We're going after them. Now it's time for the true final boss. Also mostly why this dungeon is my favorite. Not just because of the puzzles and the awesome atmosphere it has, awesome music it has. But this final boss, although the hardest I think, is awesome. Look at that stupid kid. He came on his own to offer himself as a sacrifice to the great Ganondorf. With my flame, I will burn him to the bone. With my frost, I will freeze him to his soul. Sorceress Sisters Twinrova. The surrogate mothers of Ganondorf. Because it wasn't completely obvious, but these witches are also considered Gerudos. And they're the ones who raised Ganondorf. That's the whole reason he's a sorcerer, basically. However, what we're supposed to do here is use our mirror shields and reflect their magic back at them. However, this does require a little patience, because you need to be lucky that the other witch you're going for stays in the path of the spell so you can hit her. As you can see here, something that did not work the first time. Because the other witch moved out of the way. That was a really easy one. Always try to stay on such an angle that you can see both of them, making it easier to keep them in line. Right, you again. Stay there, please, so I can easily hit you. Thank you. Right, phase 2. Okay, let's get serious now, Kotake. Oh, okay, Kume. Kotake and Kume's double dynamite attack. And now we find the true Twinrova. In her single form. Because the Kume and Kotake we were finding earlier are technically just a split up version of this true sorceress. With the ability of fire and ice. In this second phase we need to use the mirror shield to store her magic. Always make sure it's the same magic. If you get attacked by a different magic, step out of the way. Or it will undo the magic you're storing. And the Bigoron sword makes it very easy to one-cycle her. It's not that you're missing anything, because it's just over and over again. It's just the fact that the more damage she takes, it becomes more and more apparent of her using different magics through each other, but it's still easy to do. Shoot, what a fresh kid. This time we'll get serious, right, Kotake? What? Hey Kume, what's that above your head? I don't know, but you have one over your head too, Kotake. But I'm only 400 years old. And I'm only just 380 years old. We're twins, don't try to lie about your age. You must have gone senile. Who are you calling senile? Is that how you treat your older sister? We're twins, how can you be older? Kia, you heartless you are. How can you be so ungrateful? You ungrateful. I'll come back to haunt you. And that they will, technically. Because they're coming back in Majora's Mask, only just in a slightly different form. Because they're not technically the same ones. As you know, Majora's Mask works in an alternate universe kind of way. But they do come back in the Oracle games, where they're actually technically even the antagonists, so we'll see that later. This is not the Oracle games, this is the Ocarina game. We have saved Naboru. Let's see what she has to say. Kid, let me thank you. Look what the little kid has become in the past 7 years. A competent swordsman. By the way, I really messed up. I was brainwashed by those old witches and used by Ganondorf to do his evil will. But isn't it funny that a person like me could turn out to be the Sage of Spirit? And now I'm going to fight them as one of the 6 sages. I'm going to pay them back for what they did to me. Kid? No, Treecks, the hero of time. Instead of keeping the promise I made back then, I give you this medallion. Take it. You receive the Spirit Medallion. Naboru awakens as a sage and adds her power to yours. If only I knew what you would become such a handsome man. I should have kept the promise I made back then. Yeah, you just keep it at that. Oh, extra cutscene. Treecks the hero. Finally, all of us, the 6 sages, have been awakened. The time for the final showdown with the King of Evil has come. Before that, though, you should meet the one who is waiting for you. The one who is waiting for you at the Temple of Time. Ah, we get a new mission. Dungeons complete, new mission. But we're not doing that just yet. We're first going to get our final Skulltula. I'll see you at Zora's Fountain, because that's where it is. Alright, Zora's Fountain. Make sure it's nighttime, because once again, it'll only show up at night. And this is one where you need to do a little work before you get to it. You can technically see it from a distance. If you look up here, you'll see there is a little opening there. That's where we're going, but how the hell do you get up there, you might ask? Well, silver gauntlets. Besides being able to push the block we pushed in the Spirit Temple, which is actually the only thing we used it for. That silver color wasn't picked for nothing. Everything that color can now be lifted. So overworld rocks, like the one we just picked up, and every other one in the overworld can now be lifted with our bare hands. Should also take out this, because game is trying to think to be funny. Alright, Skulltula's out of the way. Even being nice enough to restock our arrows. Climbing up here, which is a long climb, obviously. Was pretty high up, as you saw from the outside. There's another one, this one not invisible. There he is. Skulltula number 100. Finally being done with the overworld collectible. There we go. Let's take a look, see at our reward. A red colored 100. The true reward is obviously like all the other Skulltula milestones we had in the Skulltula house in Kakariko village. But I'll show off what that is in the bonus episodes. When I'm busy collecting heart pieces, I'll be there anyway to get the 40 Skulltula's reward. So that's something for later. Anyway, we were set to go to the Temple of Time because somebody was waiting for us. And warping there, or entering it from the normal means, will trigger this cutscene. I've been waiting for you, Treecks. Treecks, the hero of time. You have overcome many hardships and awakened 6 sages. And now you have a final challenge, a showdown with Ganondorf, the King of Evil. Before that, I have things I want to tell you, only to you. Please listen. Another unknown legend of the Triforce passed down by the Shadow Folk, the Sheikahs. If you would seek the Sacred Triangle, listen well. The resting place of the Sacred Triangle, the Sacred Realm, is a mirror that reflects what is in the heart. The heart of one who enters it. If an evil heart, the realm will become full of evil. If pure, the realm will become a paradise. The Triforce, the sacred triangle. It is a balance that weighs the three forces: power, wisdom and courage. If the heart of the one who holds the sacred triangle has all three forces in balance, that one will gain the true force to govern all. But if that one's heart is not in balance, the Triforce will separate into three parts: power, wisdom and courage. Only one part will remain for the one who touched the Triforce, the part representing the force that one most believes in. If that one seeks the true force, that one must acquire the two lost parts. Those two parts will be held within others chosen by destiny, who will bear the Triforce mark on the backs of their hands. Yeah, and as we all know, Ganondorf touched the Triforce. However, 7 years ago, Ganondorf, the King of Thieves, used you to open the Temple of Time and enter the Sacred Realm. But when he laid his hands on the Triforce, the legend came true. The Triforce separated into three parts. Only the Triforce of Power remained in Ganondorf's hand. The strength of the Triforce of Power enabled him to become a mighty evil king, but his dark ambitions were not satisfied. To gain complete mastery of the world, Ganondorf started looking for those chosen by destiny to hold the two other Triforce parts. The one who holds the Triforce of Courage is you, Treecks. And the one who holds the Triforce of Wisdom is the 7th sage, who is destined to be the leader of them all. Wait, there's 7 sages? Oh my. Sheik, what are you doing? We already know what she's doing. Guess who it was all along. As if that's a secret now these days. It is I, the Princess of Hyrule, Zelda. I apologize for meeting you in disguise, but it was necessary to hide from the King of Evil. Please forgive me. On that day, 7 years ago, Ganondorf attacked Hyrule Castle. I saw you as I was escaping from the castle with my attendant Impa. I thought I should entrust the ocarina to you. I thought that would be our best chance. As long as you had the ocarina in your possession, I thought Ganondorf could never enter the Sacred Realm, but something I could never expect happened. After you opened the Door of Time, the Master Sword sealed you away in the Sacred Realm. Your spirit remained in the Sacred Realm, and then the Triforce fell into Ganondorf's hands. He went on to invade the Sacred Realm. Ganondorf had become the evil king, and the Sacred Realm became a world of evil. All this is an unfortunate coincidence. I passed myself off as a Sheikah and hoped that you would return. I waited for 7 years. And now you are back. The Dark Age ruled by Ganondorf the Evil King will end. The 6 sages will open the sealed door and lure Ganondorf back into the Sacred Realm. I will then seal the door to the Sacred Realm from this world. Thus, Ganondorf the Evil King will vanish from Hyrule. Treecks, in order to do this, I need your courage again. Please protect me while I do my part. And here is a weapon that can penetrate the Evil King's defenses. The power given to the Chosen Ones. The Sacred Arrow of Light. You got the light arrow. Set it to C and your arrows will be powered up. The light of justice will smite evil. Things are not going to be that easy. Of course not. That rumbling! It can't be! Oops. Princess Zelda, you foolish traitor. I commend you for avoiding my pursuit for 7 long years. But you let your guard down. I knew you would appear if I let this kid wander around. My only mistake was to slightly underestimate the power of this kid. No, it was not the kid's power I misjudged. It was the power of the Triforce of Courage. But with the Triforce of Wisdom that Zelda has, when I obtain these 2 Triforces, then I will become the true ruler of the world. If you want to rescue Zelda, come to my castle. Yeah, Zelda can wait. There's one tiny teensy little thing we can do, involving an optional dungeon. So, sorry Zelda. I will rescue you after that, but that's all next part. Treecks out.